Hey everyone, PeakofTCG here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we'll be looking at the brand new Radiant Charizard that is coming in the new Pokemon trading card game special set, Crown Zenith. Now, as a lot of you may know, Crown Zenith will be ending off the Pokemon trading card game Sword and Shield era with new cards such as Shiny Zamazenta and Zacian V, and we will get Zamazenta and Zacian V Star. Now, Crown Zenith will be a special set, meaning it will be like Shining Fates and Champion's Path, introducing some new cards that will close out Sword and Shield in a pretty nice fashion here. We saw this with Cosmic Eclipse, and now we will see it with Crown Zenith instead of only seeing it with Silver Tempest. Now, Crown Zenith does come with the new Radiant Charizard, as I kind of mentioned already, but Radiant Charizard was promised. If you look on on the Pokemon trading card game part of Pokemon.com, you can see that the description of Crown Zenith says that we are getting over 160 new cards, and we are getting 3 brand new Radiant Pokemon. Emphasis on brand new. Now, we're no stranger to Radiant Pokemon as well. We've seen Radiant Pokemon dominate and really have a competitive significance in almost every single deck since they came out in Astral Radiance, and they've been in every set since. But I feel as if Radiant Pokemon have kind of, or at least this Radiant Pokemon has kind of taken a sort of lazy turn to it, which we'll touch up on. So, if we're going to go to Pokegear.app, created by the wonderful Jake Gearhart, we can see that this new Radiant Charizard looks strangely familiar to the Radiant Charizard we're already familiar with. And now, I'm no expert on Japanese cards, but I can already see off the bat a few things that are super close to the other Radiant Charizard. Now, if we look on TCG Player, we can see Radiant Charizard came in the Pokemon Go expansion with this art with a kind of pink fiery background, excuse me. And we can see that it has the ability Excited Heart and Combustion Blast Attack for 5 energy, and it does 250 damage. And you can't use Combustion Blast during your next turn. Now, the thing about Radiant Charizard coming in Crown Zenith is, I just want you to take a look at this new Radiant Charizard for just a second, and kind of notice some differences here. First off, we can see that it has 160 HP, which both Radiant Charizards have. And the second thing I want you to notice is that it has an ability which has a colorless energy symbol, meaning probably energy symbol, saying 1 less for each prize card your opponent has taken. And if that doesn't exactly convince you, then look at the attack. 250, it's a 5 energy cost, and it has a little bit of text underneath it, presumably saying it cannot use a Combustion Blast during its next turn. Now, if you didn't already figure that out, this is just a reprint of the Pokemon Go Radiant Charizard. If we go back to Radiant Charizard for Pokemon Go, it's the same thing. And I just want to say that I love the new art for the new Radiant Charizard. I think it looks phenomenal. And I really enjoy Kaoki Saito. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, but I really enjoy his art. And I just feel like it kind of stings, to be quite honest. If you look at Pokemon, at some of the leaks that we've gotten, you can see that we have stuff like Radiant Charjabug and Radiant Eternatus also leaked for this set, or they've been announced for this set, but everyone's kind of focusing on Charizard, and kind of how Charizard seems to be a little bit lazy, quite honestly. So, I'm going to be giving my pros and cons for if it's a genius marketing strategy by Pokemon, or if it's just a lazy kind of, oh, you're going to buy that. So, we'll start with the positives. Now, if we go back to TCG Player, we can see Radiant Charizard is around $23 to $25. Depending on where you buy it. Now, off the bat, Radiant Charizard started at a pretty high price. If we look all the way back to 6 months ago, it used to be, yeah, $140 before or around 120 something dollars, yeah, $130 before release, and it's dropped significantly down to around 23 to $25, which is pretty crazy. Now, the thing that that Pokemon is really doing here is, since they are reprinting presumably the same Radiant Charizard that we've seen before, this means that Radiant Charizard will just kind of be slapped in there, and it will probably drive down the price of Radiant Charizard in general. There will be more Radiant Charizards in print and in circulation, and that could be super useful, because Radiant Charizard right now is such a needed card in both the competitive format and in a collector's format. Now, if you're a competitive player like me, and you want to have a Radiant Charizard, then this is great news, because we now have more access to more Radiant Charizards, and they're probably going to start dipping in price because there's now a lot more of them. And if you're a collector, this is also probably a good thing, because it's probably going to be lower in price as well, and you can collect which one you want. The only problem I see with reprinting Radiant Charizard comes to our negative side, and that is, it just seems like a lazy excuse for Pokemon to just slap a Charizard in there. We've had so many sets like Champion's Path, Shining Fates, Darkness Ablaze, where they've just put a Charizard in there, and immediately it sells like crazy, and everyone's looking after the Charizard, because why wouldn't they? The Charizards are always expensive. And I feel like it's just a cheap and lazy marketing strategy by Pokemon, just to get people to go buy it, and maybe try and get that Charizard. Don't get me wrong, I love the art on this Charizard, but if Pokemon is promising us 3 brand new Radiant Pokemon, and then they slap in just a lazy reprint, then that's kind of a disappointment. That could have been another Radiant Pokemon. It could have been something that we've never seen before. I know that we have Radiant Charjabug, which is totally random, but we could have seen any other Pokemon of our favorite Pokemon get a Radiant form. We could have gotten, I don't know, Radiant Pikachu. I don't know. We could have gotten other Radiant Pokemon that could have been different and new to the format that might have changed it up a bit. But just getting kind of another lazy Charizard reprint is really, it's not innovative. It's not really creative. The art is wonderful, and it feels a lot, I personally like the art a lot more. It feels a lot more natural, but it feels just, I don't know, it just feels really lazy. But also, if you're a seller and your Radiant Charizard, you have to drop your Radiant Charizard prices, then that's no fun either. But if you're a consumer like me, then this is great. So, either way, Radiant Charizard will be returning in Crown Zenith with a brand new art. Now, are you all for this, or are you not for this? Are you excited for the new Radiant Charizard reprint, or are you not, and you think this is kind of just another one of those, this is going to make it harder for you to get Crown Zenith? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, if you wouldn't mind subscribing and liking to the channel, we are so close to 300 subscribers, and I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. God bless, and have fun. Thanks for watching.